What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing, though?
Pretty good. Pretty good. What stuff do you like doing on the side besides making music and stuff? Like, what hobbies do you have?
Um, I just do music, bro. Like that's just basically what I do. Like I've been doing that since I was a kid. That's pretty much is my hobby, like that's pretty much it.
For people who don't know what music you do, what genre do you make?
I do hip hop, rap music. I sample a lot in my music. My music is very sample based. Um, some people call it lo-fi kind of rap. Some people call it cassette sound type of rap, trip hop, whatever you want to call it. It's underground, but it has kind of a mainstream sound that comes with it, even though it's underground.
Yeah. How do you come up with your lyrics? Like, what inspires you?
Usually the instrumental. I don't write any of my lyrics down. Like I freestyle everything that I have. I freestyle off the top. So I haven't written a rhyme since like 2011. Everything I do is just freestyling. I just hear the beat, and then like usually the beat tells me where to go with the song. So I usually do the hook part first, and then if I make the song around that,
All
around the
right, cool.
chorus.
Cool. Have you made any like money off the music or?
Yeah, I mean, I've done well for an independent artist. I'm pro independent, so I always tell artists you're better off going independent than or starting off independent. Instead of trying to just chase the mainstream sound. Because what a lot happens with a lot of artists is they're more into the fame than getting the money.
Yeah.
And he said had a great line where he once told Kanye West, where let him chase the trophies and I'll chase the checks. So I make good money on my production also. A lot of people could cop beats off me. You could just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I work with budgets, and I try to give people a piece of my sound. It's not like, some producers, like they'll sell you a beat, but it's just like a throwaway beat. It's nothing that they would use themselves. So, when I give people production, though, it's like something that's a part of me. Kanye West was good at doing that. When he would give people beats, it would be some it wasn't a throwaway. You know what I'm saying? Like when he did the Blueprint with Jay, like he was giving Jay-Z high quality shit. But that's just what I do when I make production for other people.
Yeah, for sure.
I make
Um,
money off my music.
how much have you, if you can tell everybody, how much have you made so far off of your music?
Uh, I want to plead the fifth with that, but I've done well for myself. Being independent and selling production online or doing a feature or executive producing a project. But yeah, I've done well for myself for being independent. I will say that.
Have you worked with any mainstream artist yet, or anybody
Um,
that is like famous at the moment?
I've worked with Charles Hamilton. I don't know if you heard of that rapper.
I
Um,
have, I haven't, but I'm sure a lot of people probably have. Is
yeah,
he?
he was signed Interscope Republic Records. And I've worked with a couple underground artists though, just coming up. And I do 100% of my own stuff. So
Do you like any music that you like listen to? Do you like any artists in particular?
as of right now, I can't say I'm a fan of anybody in the game though. The music to me, I would say right now is a little stale. Um, we got people selling more of imagery than music. And I
Yeah.
think that's a big problem right now in the business and in the industry. It's affecting the industry, music business as a whole. My whole thing is you got a lot of rappers right now who body their image more off, kind of being more gangster now. And I feel like if you want to be gangster, go in a corner and do that. Let the musicians be musicians. And that's
Yeah.
why the music right now is a little bit stale. Yeah, not a little bit stale, it's a whole lot stale. So I think we need to improve in that as far as rap goes.
Have you had your music played on the radio yet?
Yeah, I have my music played on an underground radio out here in New York.
Cool.
The, yeah. Um, I have my have a couple spins before. I'm on streaming services, so if they want, they can check my album out. Just look me up, chimp1. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everything.
What's the highest number of plays you've received? Like, what's the biggest number you've gotten?
Of plays,
Yeah.
my music varies out. You know what I'm saying? I got some joints that are like 14,000, 9,000. This is off the streaming services. 2,000, 9,000, 14,000. You know,
Yeah.
remember I'm an underground artist. I don't got a major push on me, so I might do a little bit of numbers, but I'm gonna get the checks though.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Um, I can't remember if I asked you, but what fashion brands are you into? Like I see the glasses you got on, and I'm not sure what kind of brand that is. I mean, what are you into?
These some Cardis, but fashion brand. I'm into nostalgic kind of brands. Like it depends. Like I like a lot of 90s streetwear. 90s streetwear to me is dope. Um, it depends though. It depends. I like a lot of nostalgic stuff. I like a lot of like picture tees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
also really big into like wrestling merch, like old school wrestling merch. That's how I'm really big on that. But it's kind of expensive though. Speaking of nostalgic brands, this turtleneck is it's like a throwback night. This is like 90s Nautica right here. So
how much
I keep those little pieces on me.
how much did that set you back? The shirt.
Oh nah, not a lot. I got connections. I got connections.
All right, cool. Like any new artist that you actually do you like any pop or any like new wave stuff or like alt music?
Uh, nah, not really, bro. Like I see that the females, there's a couple females that are doing their thing, that they got like, they got those melodic type of choruses and hooks. I would like to collaborate with them, like Doja Cat. I wouldn't mind collaborating with a Doja Cat. I wouldn't mind collaborating with like a Coi Leray. But as far as like rappers, like, oh, actually, you know what? Like, uh, I like Shawnee Bin Laden. He's a new rapper from Queens. He's pretty dope. He's doing this thing on the drill scene. I like, the drill scene in the Bronx isn't bad either. I like that the Bronx is coming up, because I feel like the Bronx is like the last of the real New York borough. Like everything's kind of been like regentified out here. So I feel like the Bronx is like the last mothership standing as far as like real New York shit goes. Like New York lives in the Bronx.
Yeah. So where are you from? Like what city are you from? Like
I'm from Miami, but I came out here to New York, not on some music shit. I just came out here just to like peep the city, get a whole different vibe. And as like my process started growing out here in the city, I started linking up with artists and making music. And that's how I met Charles Hamilton. And he taught me a lot about production, making beats, being independent. And I just used to watch him, do music and see how he would elevate his craft and move making music on a fast pace. So that's kind of how I picked up my game. But I've been doing music since I was like a kid, though. I've
yeah.
always been writing and recording with any little piece of an instrument or equipment I could get my hands on.
What age did you start at?
Um, like what, writing music?
Yeah, I mean writing music, making beats, whatever. What age did you know you wanted to do
Like,
this at?
well, writing music, I've been writing music since I would say like fourth, fifth grade. Like I would get like the instrumentals from the maxi singles, and I would just like write to the instrumental side of the tracks. And as far as like making music professionally, I would say like 2008. That's when I really started investing in my craft, like putting money up, printing out albums and releases, passing out music at flea markets, moving in the streets. Because there's a difference between like my era, like I came in that era where it was like you would go to the streets and touch the people, hand out your music hand to hand. And then like a little bit after that, the internet surged in, and then it became more of like uploading your music online, SoundClouds, blogs, streaming services. So that's where we're at right now. So I've always had my hand in that independent scene though. I've always been big on independent rappers like Master P, JT to the bigger figure. Like I used to watch these people do the independent thing, and I always thought like their game plan was a lot more smarter than the average rapper that wants to go mainstream.
How would somebody go about getting their music on Spotify or Apple Music?
You got distribution programs. You got DistroKid, you got a TuneCore, you got CD Baby. You know, you just gotta go through them, use their distribution services, and utilize their tools, and then just make music at just any you got abundance of music, just start uploading it through those systems, and then you should be set. You just gotta take care of your promotion. But like we in the game right now where like everything's in your hands, bro. You got social media, you got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So it's not easy. It's not hard for artists right now to put their music out. The hard part right now isn't putting your music out. The hard part seems to me right now is making good music and putting it out.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 34.
Are you into nostalgic stuff like video games, consoles, any of that stuff too?
Yeah, I'm really big on nostalgic consoles. I was big on the Nintendo 64. I rebought the Nintendo 64 like twice. Um, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I've always like I went back and copped the WWF video games for N64, like the No Mercies, the WrestleMania 2000s. Even now, like all I do is for PlayStation, I put up that 2K19. That's to me the best 2K WWE series they've had. My opinion. This is my opinion. But yeah, I'm really big into nostalgic stuff because I feel like the '90s era and the early 2000s era, we were looking forward to the future, and I feel like now we're in the future, and like we have nothing really to look forward to because we have all these gadgets in the palm of our hand that people are just now like, oh, they're just like bored with it, and they're not really doing anything or utilizing any of these tools that we would have like killed for in the '90s, 2000s era. If you're from that era, you know what I mean.
Yeah. For people who don't know, have you done any music videos? Plan to?
Yeah, I got music videos online. They can check out Blastic, one of my music videos. Actually, one of the first music videos I did with my director GQ. I got another video online called "Forget About You," also directed by my man GQ that we shot out here in Kingsbridge in the Bronx. And I got mad interviews. I'm always big to doing interviews with people because I feel like as an artist, you would like an artist more, or you get to know artists more one on one when you watch their interviews, as opposed to me forcing my music videos down your throat.
Anything else you'd like people to know about you besides like, you know, some of the stuff you talked about?
Well, I got a new album out right now called "See You Later." It's the third installment in my independent series. It just came out about a month ago, and it's been doing pretty good. I got Charles Hamilton on that. Um, I got a new artist called Lil Kev 106. He collaborated with me on the album. Um, the album's hot, yo. The album's getting good reviews. You should listen to it. You got whatever you got on streaming service on YouTube or anything. You should check that album out, bro.
All right, I will. After this, actually, I'm gonna play it and bump some of it and check it out.
Nah, I know you would like it. You would like it. Listen to that song, "Get Your Money Up." You would like it.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me on your platform.